Good evening and welcome to Tier 2 of the L2S Racing League. Tonight we are at a very wet Russia, Sochi to be precise. Don't think I've done or seen a race around here, around the streets of Russia in the wet conditions, so interesting to see how this is gonna play out. Let me just get a few bits and pieces sorted out. Link to the stream on the Discord. And we've got a few cars making their way out on track. So it's the 4 wet tyres on these first few drivers who've making their way out. It's definitely 4 wet conditions. And this just changes the focus of qualifying now, where it's all about obviously gaining optimal lap time. It's all about survival as well. There's a major survival element and confidence. If I was definitely out there right now with the drivers, I probably would have put in maybe 4 laps of fuel, 5 laps of fuel at least, and be doing consecutive laps, because the ERS won't be burning anywhere near as much as it does in the dry. And I don't know, you just seem to be able to get the speed through just confidence of doing lap after lap in these conditions. So let's see if any of these drivers have that thought in their minds, as we're on board with Spaceman with a really cool livery, fitting I think for with the blue for wet tires here. As we stay on board with him, I don't think he's the first driver on track. Is there anyone further ahead to him? Nope. So as Spaceman starts his flying lap, let's stay on board with him at least for the first 2 corners. Tentative going through turn 1 as you need to. Oh, and he's invalidated, crossed the line on the inside there. And now let's switch over to someone else on a lap, as we've got BMC who's retired, and we've got Desert right here almost battling, and he's invalidated. So a lot of laps being invalidated here. As we go on board are Davidson here, Lloyd Mason, sporting the, let's just have a look at his livery. Yeah, sporting really multicolour livery here. Still on it as he's almost drifting through the long left-hander. Cautiously now through the right. Keep it within bounds. He does, just slightly locking up going into that right-hander. These 90 rights are definitely a lot more difficult in the wet conditions, and Lloyd looks to be doing well through these conditions. You know, looking to get a good of an exit onto the long straight. No DRS in these conditions, as it's just too unsafe. looking to, yeah, next to front left, but that's alright. Cautiously through that chicane as Mitch puts his car into provisional pole. David Deschamps in second. Let's go back on board with Lloyd as he's about to finish his lap here. Onto the final corner. The start finish line is literally on the exit. Yep, and that puts him into P4. Simply great lap, putting in a 47.7, 3/10 faster than Mitch. Callum is DNF, the female drivers putting some lap time, thinking Eskimo would have won 52.9. Forward Jenner here, looks like he's got, his car's darting about a fair bit, not sure if he's got bad connection. As GT Fanatic puts in a really good time of a 149.1. Back on board, both Jenner and T-Luck are within 2 car lengths of each other. I'm not sure if this is optimal for anyone. Oh, and there's contact. It was, someone had to either back out or that both cars should not be driving that close to each other in quali. We're back on board with Spaceman. I'm not sure if he's gonna be going for a second lap or if he's gonna pit. He hasn't stayed right, so he's going for another lap here. Let's see if this is an improvement on his, well, he hasn't set a time. Oh, that's a great lap, 147.8. Puts him right between Simbi and Mitch into P2. Yes, we'll go on board. There's only 2 drivers yet, so not set a time. David Deschamps, great time, yeah, he's improved on his 146.1. The track is definitely improving. On board with Wayne. Looks like he might be on what was an out lap. So drivers look like they are. They've got a lot more fuel on board and are going for the multiple laps here. It's only the wise thing to do. On board with Daddy Pig, who's 3/10 up on his PB. Needs to get a bit more than that to be able to challenge the guys in front. Oliver, great lap of 149.1. We've seen improvements here from Spaceman. Nope. He looks like he may be on a cool down lap or maybe an out lap there. Never shows. A few invalidations now. So yeah, Wayne Bennett's managed to put a 149.2. Great lap to have put him into P8. Sporting the Aston Martin. Well, Aston Martin sporting his livery, ain't it? So a number of drivers making their way into the pits, and most notably, only driver yet to set a lap as Wayne crossed the line, 1/10 down on his personal best, but yet still going up for another lap. But as I was saying, the one driver yet to have set a provisional qualifying lap time is our championship leader, Ray Zundin. Is he waiting for are these conditions going to get better? Is he waiting for the track to be its best? Or is he confident that it needs one run? As Daddy Pig improves and puts it into P6, 1:48.690. Good luck there from him. And with 7.5 minutes to go, I think you only get 4 wet tyres for short qualifying, so well, it's probably a good time now, a good halfway point in the session to get onto a second run. Going through sector 1, see the split time there, almost 3/10 up, as Daddy Pig has been disqualified from the session. Oh, what was that for? Was he parked on track? I don't know. But that's unfortunate for him after putting a good lap to take him to P6 at the time. So as he goes through the tricky final chicane, this is to manage his way through these short double rights. Let's fling it into that final right as the start finish line is on the exit. P2, good lap. Sorry? Yeah. That's unfortunate. Let's go on board with current provisional pole man, David Dujol. Braking super late there into turn 1 to keep it within bounds. Yep. That's wide of an entry into this long left-hander. Sketchy at best in the wet. But nicely tackled sector 1. 2/10 up on his PB. These conditions are horrendous, really tricky for the drivers. Manages to exit well onto the long back straight. Important as this DRS is deactivated in the wet. Oh, braking as late as he could into that chicane, and I think he nicked the wall a little bit as he's drifting on the exit. Now through the final chicane. Not pay attention to it if he's up on his splits. But as he goes through the final corner, chucks it in there, skittish on exit, improves by 3/10 to a 1:45.822. On board with Spaceman, who currently sits in P4. You can see there's a car in the distance. Let's hope they don't affect Spaceman's lap. He'll be praying that they just pull over and just out away from the racing line as soon as. Yeah, as he goes through the chicane well now. Oh, and he's veering into the pits as he crosses the line there. And up into the pit lane. So would he have enough time? Don't think he's got enough any more time now to set a lap. So let's have a look at what Simbi has got to offer. He's got to improve by a lot, and he is improving by a lot. Half a second up on sector 1 alone. Simbi wants pole, and you can sense it. Oh, that's. I thought his car. He almost lost control, but it looked like it was connection or lag. Oh, and he bins it. Absolutely bins it. Simbi is not going to be able to improve. He's got 3 cars and a wagon, 3 tires and a wagon. Sorry. Car is still there as Desert Rat flashes past him, and the pack there anywhere from Spaceman on a 1:47.8 all the way down towards GT Fanatic, who is in P9 with a 1:49.1. All of these drivers here are all on laps, and all are going to be wanting to improve, as Gina is disqualified as well. I'm not sure if he's done the same thing as Daddy Pig. Wayne Bennett 2/10 up halfway through the lap. Where would 2/10 up bring him? 2/10 up will. He needs more. Spaceman more or less touch and go on what he's done before. Lloyd Mason is up big time. 1.3 seconds up as he's sketching through that penultimate corner and flinging it into the final corner. 1.1 seconds up, and it puts him into P10, pushing King Eskimo down to P11. But Eskimo is on a lap and he's 4/10 up on his PB, heading into the final chicane of the lap, and we've just lost another driver, PR Oliver. Eskimo getting through that chicane. Oh, come back to him. And Eskimo doesn't improve. Oh, GT Fanatic, he's down on his lap time. Desert Rat, he's up, and seems to be the only one up on his current lap. See where this takes us. Getting through that chicane. We've seen a few drivers lose too much time through there. Looked like that was quite good from his side. Now fling it into the. I know it's difficult traction there. Good. Into the final corner, and Desert Rat P3. Oh, Simbi's is gonna be upset with that. He was up on his lap, and the fact that he's been there and now been dislodged from P3 down to P4. This compounds that for him, and I think that's everyone. But look at, Yeah, everyone on currently out on track is either on a in lap or is invalidated, so that's our grid. So just to quickly go through it now, we've got 13, 11, 10 seconds left of the session. Big props going out to David DeJoel. He's our pole man. And shout out to Mitch in P2. It's a late reserve. Able to get in there and almost do a Nico Hulkenberg and get the P2 and front row start that will put him in a great position for the race. I think there we have it. There's a wrap P3, and that rounds up our top 3 this evening. It's dominant from David DeJoel. He's definitely the rainmaster here tonight. 1.1 seconds quicker than Mitch, who in P2 definitely put in a really quick lap time, and the classifications are there. Simvi P4, Spaceman P5, Mogi rounds off the top 6. I've got no idea if the race is going to be dry, wet, intermediates. That could have a contribution with the setups. Like for example, if it's a dry race, how many of the drivers in qualifying change their setups to be a bit of both? I'm not sure. And it's still a wet race, but it looks more like intermediates. I'm just gonna bin it. Mhm. Yeah. The in-game one, right? Yeah, he needs to match. I think not. Yeah, their own loss. And as I say that, we are on the formation lap, and we've got inters. Inters, is that across the entire grid? Let's have a little look. Inters for everyone. Yeah, it doesn't look that wet. Definitely. Yeah, definitely. It feels like it's gonna dry out. It's not raining. Just on board now with our pole man, and it's not raining loads. There is the telemetry this evening is forecasting light rain. I'm not sure, is there going to be is there a forecast for later in the race or not? No. Like yesterday in Hungary. We lost a couple drivers, disqualified from the formation lap due to contact. They're going to have cold tyres, which which is going to be great for them. As we go through the field, everyone making sure they've got good tyres. David De Jol has just gone. He has left the rest of the pack, and I think Mitch and everyone else are trying to back the pack up. Are trying to all back the pack up to make sure that they're not on the starting grid for too long. So as the final cars get into their grid positions, we've got 27 laps ahead of us. David De Jol is our pole man. Let's see how they get away. Codemasters lag. 1, 2, 3, and away we go. And good start there from David De Jol. He's definitely managed to pull a bit of distance. Oh, we've got cars sideways. Looks like that's probably going to be a safety car, virtual safety car. Before we've even got into turn one, driver's still jostling and almost fighting for positions. Not sure who's gonna have to give back positions there. But VSC, we saw two couple cars spinning. Let's see who they may be. It's Goldskin Darkin. Reyes caught in that. Jinner's definitely caught in that. He's got an entire part of his front wing gone. Yeah, Simbi and Callum. So basically, everyone back here, last I think four, 5 positions have all got damage. Not sure. And we're green, and finally get some racing done. Spaceman is right on the gearbox of Desert Rat. Is Spaceman going to be able to fling it around the outside if he can get the inside into the chicane? And he does. Nicely done. But Desert Rat might be able to fight this back, as Spaceman's had to take the tighter line. Desert Rat's able to carry the pace run, but Spaceman's done well to park his car at the apex and keeps that position, as David De Jol's 1 lap in. Safety VSC for half that lap in is already 1.7 seconds ahead of second place man Mitch. The field spread is already incredible. Drivers are already within, almost out of the 1 second window from each other. I think it's just very difficult to be following in this spray, as Desert Rat still fighting for this 3rd place and isn't able to carry that speed through the long left. But Spaceman is twitching all over the place. As we've got Mogi, who's similarly chasing down Simvi. The spray is incredible. No, it definitely doesn't look wet. Well, really wet. But when you're on board and anywhere near maybe a second to half a second of another car, you just can't see anything. A couple penalties are starting to rake in. Be expecting of a lot of penalties. I'm expecting to get at least 12 seconds later. Maybe 15. Let's go on board with Callum and Ray Zundin fighting for P12 and P13 now, as David Dijol puts it at 1:45.4, almost 4 seconds now ahead of Mitch. These wet conditions, he's got it hooked up. As there's a change for positions there between Lloyd Mason as Tila pits for damage. Ray Zundin trying to make an overtake around the outside of Callum. Callum goes deep and yet misses the apex as he comes back on track. Doesn't do a Carlos Sainz. As we're on board now with Spaceman, who has certainly closed the gap on Mitch and has brought Desert Rat and PR Oliver with him. Now they make their way back to the start-finish straight. That gap has certainly reduced between Mitch and Spaceman, and that gap from Mitch to David Dijol has just been ever growing. It's almost 7 seconds now. Oh, as Spaceman, he's almost lost it. Had to cut the corner, had to take the 3-second penalty to keep his car in the right direction. As we've lost Skinner from the session. Not sure what has happened there. His ghosted AA car is on track. I'm just staying on board with this DRS train we've got here. Well, it's not even a DRS train, it's the train of Mitch. That's running from P2, and SimV is just now trying to get to the back end of that. That's definitely a full car train, at least. And if SimV is able to close that gap, close maybe within maybe another second and a half to Pro Oliver, that's gonna make it maybe really spicy, because Mogi and BMC not too far behind, as BMC has just made an overtake on Mogi. We've got a yellow flag in sector 1, we've got Costs stood still. That's Mr. Lloyd must have made a mistake and spun, and as I say that, Go So Darken has gone on soft. It's not raining, that's for sure. May it be too late? Sorry, too early. I'm just going off ball with him right now. It doesn't. Let's see if he's got any purchase here. Any grip? Doesn't seem to be. Yeah, big lift off on that long left-hander in sector 1. So definitely think it's a little bit too early. But for sure, right idea as Mitch is in the pits. Sim V has followed him in. And they're all going to go switch to a set of dry tyres. And the question is, what dry tyres do you go for? Got 21 laps to go. Mediums on Mitch. Simvi's needed a wing change, but he's also gone on the mediums. What do you think the mediums will go to the end? So you're not just a stats man. It's all forms of data from you, Slayer. So from what I'm hearing from Slayer, these mediums probably will get to the end, but it'll be touch and go. But oh, well, as I say that, Mitch sends it into the wall, damages his front wing. It is tricky out there right now. Daddy Pig has gone onto the hard tyres. He's for sure going to the end. I think the medium tyres are the tyres of choice, as Mitch is the lead driver on the mediums, but he's definitely got severe wing damage. Sending it into the wall there, and yep, he's lost the entire end plate. I think that's probably dark orange, and as I say that, DRS is now enabled. DRS is enabled, so it's definitely time. And as I said, as we say that, and as he sees that, David Dijol is in the pits. Right time to pits, and he's on a set of softs. Ooh. So I'm not sure what the gap was. The gap would have definitely extended with that mistake from Mitch. But David Dijol is not going to the end. Spaceman on the hards is. Desert Rat on the hards is. This is interesting. We've got King Eskimo, who's last driver yet to have made the switch to hard to soft dry tires. Maybe surveying the competition around him and what tires they're on. I know I would be debating, to be fair, debating on whether or not to be on the medium or hards. And it's a mixed bag between everyone here. The closest gaps I'm seeing here is between Mogi and Desert Rat. Mogi there accelerating away on those soft tires as Desert Rat's having to almost suffer at least the initial part of the stint on these hard tires. Oh. 3-second penalty there for corner cutting for Mitch. That's unfortunate. Just taking in the variety of different compounds. The fact that we've got drivers, multiple drivers on each compound is gonna make this spicy to the end of the race. As King Eskimo now heads to the pits. That promotes PR Oliver into P3. We've got a safety car. Oh, King Eskimo, that was a good time to pit. That was a good time to pit. The drivers are now on a Delta. T-Luck has left the session, so it looks like T-Luck may have been the driver to have caused the safety car. As King Eskimo comes out in P10 just in front of Callum. Massive gap there between there of about 31 seconds as Callum changes over onto a set of hards. So I think some of these soft runners are now seeing this is actually an opportunity to maybe reverse the decision. Soft, mediums and hards everywhere. Soft tyres wise. Yeah, he got damaged, hit the wall. Yeah. We lost T-Lock, which initiated the safety car and has completely ruined the lead that David Deschamps had amassed. Yeah, Ray Zundin, who started, I think it was 17th, 18th, is already up to P8. Oh. Yeah. We've got Desert Rat in the pits now. He's changing over maybe to a set of mediums. Yep. Wayne's also in the pits, so yeah. I think some of these soft runners are seeing that this is an opportunity to reverse the decision of going on the softs. So this is now promoted Ray up to P6. So it's only just, in terms of the top 10, it's only just Mogi and our leader David Deschamps on the soft tyres. We've got majority mediums and a couple of hard tyre runners there are in Spaceman, Simvi, Callum, King Eskimo, Daddy Pig. I would certainly be thinking mediums or hards. Certainly leaning towards the mediums because they are certainly a lot quicker on all tracks. I don't think there is a track where the mediums and the hards there isn't too much of a difference. Or was it? Oh man, Hungary wasn't great. Yeah, I was done basically. Yeah, like double red wings. I'm pitting and I'm retiring immediately. I did a 2-minute 15 lap on my in lap. And the pack is still almost in. Fingers crossed the safety car will be in this lap, as Jinnah is the last driver, I think, to be lapped. Yep, Lloyd is in the pack. So yeah, Lloyd and Darkin have both been lapped. So it is just Ginner that we are waiting for, who, yeah, hopefully should catch the pack somewhere in Sector 2. No, not yet. Oh, I'll send him an invite. Yeah, I got him. Yeah, yeah. Also, yeah, it is his AA car that we are looking at. Yeah, we have just got to just invite in Ginner back into the. So that in fact is Ginner's ghosted car, and yeah, Ginner looks like he's not far off now. Annoying that the AI have to put him on the soft tires. Just to make sure that when he connects up, and safety car's in this lap. He has joined. Yeah. And David Ijol sends it, and now is able to fly away. He's got Lloyd Mason's lapped car that he's had to get out of the way. That's almost given David Ijol a 1.3 second, almost 1.4 second lead. Just going through the rest of the pack. No real big overtaking chances there. As you've got Desert Rat hounding GT Fanatic. Sorry? Oh no, he's lapped. Oh, and we've got damage. Oh, contact GT Fanatic and Desert Rat. Oh, I was on board there. That was, I think, the ghosted car of Lloyd. Definitely, I won't say contribute to that, but may have put him off. He was ghosted, so definitely didn't have any impact there. As Mogi sniffing around BMC, seeing if he can get his nose in. Yeah, Desiree got caught up with GT Fanatic. As Raisin and now on the back of Mogi. Raisenden, who has won, I won't say all, but a lot of the races that we've had this season. He's definitely in a shout to win this race. He's not too far away from the leaders. Yeah, as we are on board with PR Oliver. Yes, he's definitely having a good race so far. Touch wood, the commentate this curse doesn't come into effect. I hope. Let's have a look at positions gained so far. So yeah, BMC 9 positions gained, up in P4 as PR Oliver gets a 3-second penalty for corner cutting. Thank you, Slayer. It is the way of the commentators. I remember seeing something a few days ago about the late great Murray Walker, where Nigel Mansell and some of the drivers would say to Murray and all the commentators, just don't call the victory, like don't call the victory before it's happened, or we get cursed. With mechanical failures or something along them lines. As we've got a VSC, not sure what on who initiated that. Well, we've got a VSE for some reason, and it will be out. Yeah, there is a. Yep, and Daddy Pig is retired in the pit. David Dejol, drive-through penalty, speeding on the VSC. Oh man, gutted for him. He's pulled out another gap, and now he's ruined it. Ruined it by speeding under the VSC. And as I say that, this battle here, and it's between it's 4 cars. Oh my god, there's 3 cars wide. It's almost ping pong. 2 by 2 now going through the chicane. That was great. That is great racing there from all 4 drivers. Respect to all of them to keeping that clean. Everyone's in the same right direction. No damage taken. Yeah, that is BMC to P3. Not sure what happened there to Peter Oliver, if he just missed out in terms of just the shuffling of positions in that pack there. But as Mogi's now looking to have a look in there with BMC. BMC's doing well on those medium tyres as Ray Zundin. Did Ray make that? I think Ray made that overtake here just before. I didn't see his nose just before, but they're jostling. Oh, it's a full-blown safety car. Yeah, Jinner's out of the race. I'm not sure where he's lost that. Yeah, it's on the start-finish straight. He lost it on the start, on the bend of the exit of turn 1, which isn't really a turn. Oh, and GT Fanatic has retired from the race. He got a drive through, and I think that was his day done. Yeah, so I saw that David got a drive through, but there's a safety car out, so he's not going to be able to serve that. As he heads through the pits, I think this is just I think he's trying to get it served, but pits, yeah, he's doing the pits. I think hopefully he's on another set of softs. Oh, that's bold. Yeah. And Ray is in there now. He has shuffled his way up to P1 now, and yeah, he's on the mediums, which could definitely do the race. What is? Have you got Ray's tyre wear? Sorry. Davide, Callum. Oh, you're breaking up, mate. Ah, perfect. Much better, yeah. Oh, so Mitch is on the mediums. He's done a number of pit stops. It's 3 pit stops. Let's have a look on his tyres. We've got Mitch on. Yep, Mitch on 6-lap old mediums. David De Gio's on a brand new set of softs. Callum up to P5, 6-lap old, hards. Spaceman on a fresh set of mediums just behind him. BMC decided to go onto the hards, and he's on a fresh set of hards. Yeah, that one I don't understand. Surely a set of mediums here would be the right to go, but maybe he used a set of mediums already, and in qualifying already used all of his softs, so these were maybe the only fresh set of tyres. Oh, that can't be right, because we had a wet qualifying. I'm not sure why he's gone for that. To be fair, the rule of thumb, BMC, to be fair, the rule of thumb of the hard tyres is if you can do without, do without. I see. Yeah. Yeah. The drive-through for David De Gio's gonna compromise his race now. I think. Let's just hope that there's maybe another safety car after he served his drive-through. So, safety cars in this lap. Let's go on board with the leaders. So, we've got Ray is now just letting the safety car get away, make its way into the pit lane. And we've got 5-second penalty there for Lloyd Mason for, I think he made a contact with someone under this safety car. And Ray is gone before even the penultimate corner. He's gone, and I think caught PR Oliver napping there. Almost pulled a second. Yep. Oh, this slipstream's gonna be mega. Yeah. Mitch all over him there. It's gone on the inside. PR Oliver's broken later. Oh, he's locked up a little bit, and Mitch has taken that position. And is David De Gio going to be able to follow him around the outside? He does. He's giving him space. Oh, yeah, that good overtake. Really good driving there. David De Gio looks now to want to pounce on. Oh, David De Gio didn't give him enough room. And the spin around Mitch, and he's hit the wall and has lost his wing. And yeah, that's a retirement there. Yeah, so unlucky old bitch. Fighting hard there, and I think definitely not saying David De Gio meant to do that, but he needed to give him a little bit more room there on the apex, and it was unlucky. Front wheel on rear wheel, it always ruins the guy behind. And I say that Callum drive-through penalty. And is it me, or has it brightened up through that virtual safety car, because it looks like it's now a bright clear day as opposed to the overcast cloudy weather that we had to start with. On board with Pro Oliver, he's looking to make an impact, but David Dejol is now all over the back of Ray's, and then on those soft tyres Ray's definitely going to be struggling a lot more with those worn mediums, and David Dejol has taken the lead. It's like taking candy from a baby, and David's going to now need to pit. He's now going to need to pit, or I think he may get disqualified. I do think the game patched that issue with the drive-through penalty in the safety car. So as David Dejol heads into the pits, he's going to be dropping down the pack. I think everyone on the lead lap may get him. No. Yep, Callum is in the pits. And yeah, Lloyd and Ghost and Darkin both have been lapped. Yeah, they've been lapped. And he is on the fast tyres as Deseret makes a bit of contact on the outside, trying to almost extend the track a little bit more, as he's got the DRS, not using the ERS, pulls on the outside, throws the overtake in. BMC's defending and defends well. Deseret has to hold position. Let's have a little look at the penalty situation. I know this track is horrible for pens. And Callum has still got a drive-through. So did he? Yeah, I'm not sure. I thought he served it. Yeah, as we look through the penalties, few 6 seconds, few 3 seconds. As Deseret is almost pushing BMC through the corners. Yeah, BMC struggling with those hards. They may start to. I don't think the mediums will wear enough. I think the mediums will happily do most of the race distance. So yeah, David Dejol, a few quick overtakes up to P8 now, waiting for the cars to cross the line to give me the telemetry of the intervals. Is 3.5 seconds behind Wayne Bennett in the next batch of cars, as there is an overtake there, or an attempted overtake, as we've got BMC defending on the inside. Deseret now on the outside. Oh, is this going to be done cleanly? No. Oh, BMC did well to keep his car in a straight line. There's a little bit of contact, front to rear tyres. Could have had him spinning there. Done well. Or you have to send it. Yeah. Out of the DRS zone now. The field is starting to spread out a little bit now. As Mogi's now. I'm not sure if he's got the DRS. Didn't think he did. He's managed to pull a lot of time there on EMC. Not sure if he's dumped a whole heap of ERS. David Deschamps has managed to almost cut that gap. Oh, what by 2 seconds? Nearly 2 and a bit seconds in 1 lap. So David Deschamps gonna be on the back of Wayne Bennett sometime on this lap. Sim V puts in the fastest lap of the race of a 1:33.2. So these two soft runners here, it's gonna keep an eye on their progress. As Mogi still staring at the gearbox of BMC. This little train here is this little battle here, sorry. It's a bit of a stalemate now. Desert Rats managed to pull the gap from BMC. BMC is doing well on those hard tyres to fend off the medium running. Mogi is As David Deschamps now on the back end of Wayne on the long straight. Yeah. Overtake around the outside. Is he going to be able to hold it around there? Oh, he does well. They both do well. Wayne tried to squeeze in, but he took the space and he's made it land. David Deschamps now 6 seconds on BMC. He's flying. He's got 5 laps. As Callum gets another 3-second penalty. Eskimo pits. As Ray now picks up his first 3 seconds of the race. What a guy. Eskimo in the pits, looking to put a fresh set of softs on and go for fastest lap. So let's keep an eye on that. As David Deschamps has taken a second out of the gap between him and Mogi. Gap's 2.3 seconds now. No. For some reason I thought there were going to be more penalties. The drivers have definitely done well. Poor. So what? 11 seconds for him. 9 seconds for Spaceman, but he's got that covered. He's got that covered. As Desert Rat is overtaken Pro Oliver. They're almost teammates with their liveries today. So yeah, Desert Rat is pulled himself up to P3, but Oh, his DRS levels really low on David Shaw. Definitely having to dump it to catch the cars around him. Sliding it out of the double left there. He's gonna get it. He's got the DRS. Mogi doesn't. As he dummies to have a look. Yeah, it's definitely a good performance from BMC, pulling away from Mogi on those harder tyres. Red lights flashing for Mogi. He hasn't got any DRS to use either. David Joel on the racing line, makes the overtake. Gets promoted to. Oh, that's through second penalty there for Mogi. So that now means that overtake was for position. So how far can he go? Can David Dejean at least overtake BMC or catch BMC for the end of the race? Catch Pro Oliver. I think I think there's a potential P4, maybe. Yeah, P4, P5 looks like it's potentially there. Important he gets the DRS now, David Dejean. He's in that 1 second window, I think, as they cross the line, and the line is just after start finish. Yep, David Dejean. And BMC isn't in the DRS of Pro Oliver. And that gap now is dropped to 0.6 of a second. Stay on board with him. Quickly looking back to our leaders, Raisin, then 5 seconds now ahead of Spaceman, who's in dust 6 seconds ahead of Desert Rat. But most of our attention now is with David Dejean and his recovery after that drive-through penalty. Oh, we have lost Pro Oliver. Oh, we lost Oliver, that's a shame. Yeah. So I think yeah, he needs to get past. David Dejean needs to make this overtake ASAP now on BMC. Yeah. DRS on. He's not close enough. I'm just thinking, is his tires going off as well? Are they just not as good anymore as they were? What's the percentage of these mediums? The hard runners of BMC. 25. Yeah, softs are still slight, but they're not that much quicker by now. I think these soft tyres are. Well, the fact that he's got no DRS, all tyres now, just means he's It's a bit stuck. No. As Ray Zundin crosses the line to win the race, Spaceman P2 on track, Desert Rat P3 on track, BMC holds off, that takes him into P2, David Dijol comes across in P4. Let's go look back at the intervals. Oh, the gaps there. BMC and Spaceman, no, 1.5 tenths of a second. That's mega. Mogi 7 tenths behind Desert Rat after the penalties have been taken into consideration. Oh. Yeah. But there we have it. Ray Zundin winning the race. Great performance from him. Not gonna say it, but yeah, great performance from him. BMC, fantastic drive from him on those hard tyres, not to have gotten a penalty as Ray takes the driver today. Storming drive from him from the back of the grid. Safety cars definitely assisted that ascent. As he takes home the trophy, celebrates another win. And yeah, shout out to BMC. What great drive there. No penalties. Made those hard tyres last, even though they were sufficiently slower than the other tyres of everyone else around. And to round up our top three, Spaceman. Yeah, really good drive as well from Spaceman, hovering around P2, P3 all race. And unlucky for what was our pole man, David Dijol, who dominated the early part of the race, and drive-through penalty definitely put a stop to that, but managed to get up to P4. Desert Rat P5, Mogi P6, Simvi P7, Wayne Bennett's P8, PR Oliver P9, and King Eskimo rounds off the top 10. There we have it. That's us done for this week. Shout out to every driver for keeping it clean and managing through those difficult conditions. Thank you all for watching. Hope you found it enjoyable. Thank you to Slayer for assisting me with all the data and telemetry and info. I've been Infamous. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.